Good morning and welcome to the channel on this Saturday, the 2nd of May 2026. I thought today we would have a look at the alternate proposals that were proposed by supposedly Tehran through Pakistan and what the US also is asking for. So Iran's proposals to end the war are reopen the Strait of Hormuz. They offer to fully open the Strait of Hormuz, which is currently closed by them, if the US lifts its naval blockade on Iranian ports. They're looking to end the war in exchange for lifting the blockade. Tehran's core demands is that the US ends its blockade on Iranian shipping and oil exports as part of a ceasefire agreement. They want to delay nuclear negotiations until after the war ends, rejecting US attempts to link the ceasefire to nuclear concession. There are simultaneous talks on the blockade and Hormuz. A newer Iranian proposal drops the demand that the US actually end the blockade before the talks begin. Iran also signals readiness to discuss its nuclear program in exchange for targeted US sanctions relief, but only after the initial de-escalation or war stops. The US proposals to end the war are: 1, they will maintain the naval blockade until a full deal is reached. They want to tie the ceasefire to nuclear restrictions, and they are insisting that any ceasefire or de-escalation must include nuclear constraints. They reject decoupling the war from the nuclear program, and that is a major sticking point. And they demand stronger guarantees. The US is actually now considering military operations if talks fail. Reporting indicates that the US continues to weigh military options if Iran's proposal do not meet its conditions. This is not a proposal, but shapes US negotiating posture. So, the bottom line is Iran is offering de-escalation first, nuclear talks later, while the US demands nuclear concessions and security guarantees up front. This gap, especially over the blockade and nuclear sequencing, is the main reason the two sides remain apart. So, there we are. I personally think that if the straits opened fully and freely whilst talks were going on, that would be a starting point. You can go and look at the nuclear option at a later date. At least it's still on the table. You can still go to war afterwards or whatever if you want to do. But I don't think the IRGC will ever give up that nuclear option whilst they are in control and in power. Okay, just a short one for this morning. Thank you for watching. Hope to talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.